Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about episode 8 of season 7 of Riverdale, chapter 125, Hoop Dreams. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. So, here's my review for episode 8 of season 7 of Riverdale, chapter 125, Hoop Dreams. Even though they lost the basketball game, I liked the speech that Archie gave the team, as opposed to what Julian said. But it's also not a surprise that Julian said what he said, since that's the way Julian is. But since the team hasn't been doing very well, it was good that Uncle Frank and Archie were able to get Reggie to join the team. But when Reggie saw Betty through Archie's window and asked Archie who she was, it made me wonder if Reggie was going to ask Betty out. But based on what happens later on in the episode, I don't think we have to worry about that happening. It was really sweet when Cheryl asked Tony if she wanted to go steady. So it was really sad that Tony didn't want to. But I understood why. Since, like Tony said, Cheryl wouldn't be able to pin Tony, and they can't walk down the hall together. It also really annoyed me seeing Lizzo trying to get in between Cheryl and Tony. I'm worried about what she's going to do next. But I also thought it was funny how Betty reacted when Hal told her that she should join the Vixens so she could spend more time with girls and less time with boys. It was great to see Tabitha again, but it was really sad seeing her tell Tony about her time traveling with Emmett Till's mom. I was also worried when Jughead asked Tabitha if she wanted to meet Brad Rayberry, since the last episode ended with the milkman at Brad's door. So it was safe to say that Brad was going to be killed. So I was worried that Jughead and Tabitha were going to find Brad's body. But when they knocked on Brad's door, he didn't answer. So instead, they left him a note and went to the movies. But I know once Jughead finds out what happened, he will want to investigate. I liked that Kevin asked Veronica for a job at the Babylonium. But when Veronica asked Kevin to help her find out if Clay was single, it was obviously going to be difficult since Kevin and Clay are together, but Veronica didn't know that. At least we thought she didn't. I also felt really sorry for Reggie, since even though he did a great job at his first basketball team practice, the rest of the team, except Archie, still didn't like him. And they only agreed to go to Pop's after practice after Reggie said he couldn't go. I didn't blame Betty and Tony for how they reacted when Cheryl told them that each vixen would be assigned a basketball player to support. And Betty was assigned to Reggie, and Tony was assigned to Archie. But then Tony told Cheryl that she was quitting the Vixens, and she also ended things between her and Cheryl. I knew that they would get back together, but it was still really sad. But it was funny when Betty was helping Reggie with his homework, and she ended up telling him about what happened on Riverdale Grandstand, and also about her peep show with Archie, which caused Reggie to relieve her of her vixen duties. But to be fair, Reggie's reaction was understandable. It was nice that Archie invited Reggie to go out to eat with him and his friends, but Reggie turned him down. I really hope that after this episode, Reggie is more included on the basketball team, especially after seeing what happened when he was recruited to the team at Stonewall Prep. I also thought it was a really great idea when Tony told Tabitha and Clay that she wanted to start a literary society for the black kids at Riverdale High. I also really loved the advice that Clay gave to Tony when she told him and Tabitha that she had been dating Cheryl, but they broke up. It was also pretty funny when Kevin told Veronica the truth about him and Clay, and Veronica revealed that she knew and was just testing her hypothesis. But it's good that Veronica is fine with Kevin and Clay being together. When Betty told Archie that she knew she wasn't going to be on the Vixens for much longer, since she knew that Alice would make her quit when she finds out that Betty was assigned to take care of Reggie, it made sense, since that does sound like something Alice would do. It was also really horrible to hear what Clifford and other people at the Blossoms party for the Bulldogs were saying about Reggie. And you could tell that Archie was obviously upset about it. And it looked like Cheryl was too, since she overheard the conversation. It was really sweet when Tabitha gave Jughead a science fiction book and suggested that they read it together. It was also clear that Tabitha was hinting that she wanted to be with Jughead when she was telling him about one of the stories in the book, which is about a man and a woman who are the only two survivors of a comet hitting New York, and that the man is black, but the woman is white. And since we know that Jughead and Tabitha were together before everyone was sent to the past, it's safe to say that they will become a couple. I was also really glad when Archie stood up for Reggie against the basketball team, and he told them that they didn't have to be friends with Reggie, but that he was their star player and they were teammates. And if any of them didn't like it, they could leave. And after that, Reggie asked Archie if he wanted to go to Pops with him. I really loved that even though Principal Featherhead denied Tony's request for funds for the Literary Society, Cheryl gave Tony the funds that were originally supposed to be for something else. I was also really happy when Tony asked Cheryl if she wanted to meet her at the dark room and start over. It was also really sad that the episode ended with Jughead going back to Brad's apartment, and he finds Sheriff Keller there, and he tells Jughead that Brad hung himself and left a note saying he couldn't continue living this way. Obviously, the milkman made it look like Brad hung himself. And like I said before, knowing Jughead, he's going to try and find out what really happened. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw the episode, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my previous Riverdale reviews, check out the playlist. And if you want to see any of my future Riverdale reviews or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.